Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, the journey is never complete. The Danner N45 Trail Hiker is designed to support those willing to sweat in search of their edge. Featuring per-spare uppers with Areoprene gussets for maximum breathability and Endurafoam midsoles for long-lasting comfort and cushion. The recraftable Vibram Mega Grip outsoles are built to be rebuilt. Danner's precision fit technology is available in women's styles. Breathe in the scenery with the Danner N45 Trail Hiker. Wherever you are on your journey, take new steps in the only direction you were meant to go. Forward. Explore the N45 at danner.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning and happy May.
It's already May.
It's May.
I know. I looked at my wife yesterday. I was like, yeah, tomorrow's May.
I don't know how that happened. Steve, I know you and I both do, like, the bulk of our commute is freeway driving.
Yes.
So but it takes me about 10 minutes to get from my house out to the freeway.
Yeah.
And today I was stuck behind the slowest person ever. And that person was my husband.
No.
So we don't usually go the same way, but he wanted to go to our favorite gas station to get gas this morning. And I was
how
like,
dare he?
I'm like, is this seriously how slow he drives in the morning?
So, did you know it was him at first, or were you cursing him out and then you realized, oh crap, that car looks very familiar?
Well, I didn't. He left a couple minutes before me, so I didn't realize that he had turned left instead of right. So then I get on the road and I'm like, oh wow, I don't usually see other people on this route in the morning. It's usually just me. And then I come up on it and I'm like, this guy's going real slow. And then it dawned on me, that is my husband's Kia.
Slow ass husband.
So then I called him and I'm like, dude, what's going on? I'm trying to get to the freeway, bro.
You should have tested to see how he is with road rage and just like lay the horn on him to see how long it takes until like he freaks out. He gets out of his car with like an angry walk and then he realizes it's his wife that's just trolling him.
I mean, there are two passing lanes on my drive to the freeway. I considered it for a moment. Should I pass my husband? I didn't.
All that being said, you've had a better morning than me.
What happened to you?
This just illustrates how stupid and how tired I was this morning. Get to the station, in our building where we have parking. It's a parking garage, shocking. But like you have to run your key card to open up the garage door to get into our building. I'm like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? The door won't open. The door won't open. And I realized I was using the garage door opener for my house.
How long were you doing this?
I mean, maybe 30 seconds. Long enough to realize I'm a moron. I'm hitting the garage door open thing on my window visor that has like the garage door thing for my. And mind you, they are completely different things. One's a key card. The other one's your garage door opener.
Guys, it's almost Friday. I swear,
dude. I'm like, oh, at least it's Friday. And I realized it's not Friday. This is off to a bad start. I can only imagine the security guard must have thought I was the biggest idiot because I'm like getting annoyed. I'm like, why isn't this freaking working?
Oh, no.
Because I'm a freaking moron.
That's true.
Thank you.
As our resident moron, will you help me inform the Rockaholics?
I mean, I don't know if you want to hear what I have to say.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law, and today is New Homeowners Day. So happy New Homeowners Day to everybody, but you'll learn rather quickly you really don't own that home. That home owns you.
It does.
So,
just when you think you've saved money for some reason, it's going to go right out the door. Literally.
I know. Oh, you just ask them, like, oh, you have to get the roof cleaned and windows washed, and that's not going to be. Yay. Danny, never buy a house. Just keep renting.
Don't worry. Don't have any plans to.
Okay, good for you. Hey, yesterday afternoon, what a great day if you're a Seattle Mariners fan as they continue to win. They continue to be the red hot team in the world of baseball. They're now 18-12, first place, 7th straight series win over now the Angels because they ended up beating them yesterday 9-3, so they won a couple of games. This is just insane. This team is playing great. The bats are alive. It's a lot of fun to be a Mariners fan. But, of course, my wife brings me back to reality. She's like, don't they always start kind of good and then they suck? I'm like, we don't need to talk about
You
that.
hush. You
Yes.
hush.
Sometimes they start off really crappy. Let's just enjoy this while we can.
How much do you guys know about Axial Seamount?
Is that a new band?
No, but that would be a rad band name.
Right.
Axial Seamount is the Pacific Northwest's most active underwater volcano.
I saw this yesterday. What is going on with this?
First of all, maybe I'm an idiot. I didn't even know there were underwater volcanoes.
Right.
But it's 300 miles off the coast of Oregon, and there are researchers from University of Washington that are monitoring it right now. They have this very impressive underwater sensor system, and it's showing signs that it could be erupting at some point this year. Before the end of 2025, they are predicting that it will erupt. But they say it doesn't really pose any threat to land. It's just like a super rare event under the water in
Now,
our neck of the woods.
What about the researchers for Washington State University? Oh, they're too busy smoking volcano and pong hits, right?
Exactly.
Hey, yesterday, big day, as we now learned that we are getting a professional women's hockey team. They had a big press conference yesterday at Climate Pledge Arena. They'll be playing at Climate Pledge. They don't have a name just yet. We know the colors are going to be green and cream. I had to chuckle every time they would say that, but that's the color scheme. But I thought this was a cool thing that I did not know. So they brought out a bunch of people to talk. Someone from the Seattle Storm, the mayor was there. Todd Lywicki, one of the owners for Climate Pledge, and also the Seattle Kraken. All of them had great things to say about how excited they are to bring a franchise here to Seattle. But they also had Jana Hefford. She's a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame. She played for the Canadian Olympic team as well. She's awesome, and she's also the executive vice president of hockey operations for the PWHL. And she shared some information that I did not know about women's hockey here in the Pacific Northwest.
We're excited to write the next chapter for women's hockey here in Seattle. But we know there's a rich history, so we're not starting from scratch.
Did you know that there's a rich history of women's hockey here?
I did not know that. I didn't know there was any history.
Women's hockey roots run deep here. More than a century ago, 1921, the Seattle Vamps skated to Vancouver and defeated the hometown Amazons 1-0. Vancouver ultimately won the championship series, but today, with Seattle and Vancouver both a part of the PWHL, we're not just honoring that history, we're reigniting it.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's super exciting.
Seattle Vamps. Would you be okay with that as the name of the team?
Sure.
I don't know what Vamps means.
I don't know either.
I just think of vampires. I'd rather that than, what was it, the Amazons?
Yeah.
The Vancouver Amazons.
That sounds a little intense.
I'd imagine we'll be getting some more information, but they'll also be practicing at the Kraken Community Iceplex. It's a great thing. I mean, another chance to watch more hockey. It's a chance to get more people interested in hockey. I'd imagine we'll be seeing some more girls that are going to want to learn how to play hockey, and maybe I could convince my wife to let Tatum play hockey because that's something I'd like to do. But
she's already pretty great on roller skates, and she did great at the ice rink a couple times I saw her.
She's not going to get out play hockey. She's like, she can learn how to be a figure skater. I'm like, sure, we'll go figure skating, and she'll learn how to skate. But then when she's with Dad, we're putting some ice hockey skates on.
Okay, so real quick question about women's hockey then. I know like in the world of men's hockey, there's a lot of missing teeth and things like that. Is it the same for the ladies, or do they protect their faces a little better?
I think that's a big part of why my wife doesn't want Tatum to play hockey. Because if you see her, she's very accident prone. I mean, these days they wear the cage. Their face is covered. She'll be fine.
That'll be great.
Come on. Hey, as far as weather, we're going to hit a high of, actually, it's going to be really nice. I think we're hitting like 70.
Yes, 69 or 70.
Nice. That's the DMD, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And that's what's up.
The Daily Migs Show.
Make plans to hang with us this Saturday. We're going to be in Puyallup, Steve Migs, the land that you come from.
Yes.
And it's going to be at Sunrise Village. The Red Dog is the location.
You pour it, you bring your dogs, you bring your kids, you do whatever you want. Sunrise Village is an awesome spot.
And we're calling it Sunrise de Mayo. Get all the info on where we're going to be and what time at KISW.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
$50,000 to $80,000 to repair and replace a broken sewer? That stinks.
Well, that's what you get when you buy an older home.
We don't have that kind of money. I mean, who does?
Well, don't wait until it's too late. Call Pinky's.
Pinky's?
Yes, Darlene. Pinky's Plumbing. They do everything plumbing, even sewer and drain cleaning. A little preventative maintenance now will save you a big headache later. Just schedule it at pinkysplumbing.com.
Oh, thanks, Ethel.
Yesterday, Danny V shared a story, something that happened earlier this week involving your neighbor's kid. The kid's name is Lucian, and he was bullied by some people that he absolutely idolized. So if you missed it, this is the story.
I live in a 4-apartment condo or complex area, and so we're pretty close with our neighbors. And our downstairs neighbor calls me out of nowhere and is just like, "Hey, I need to ask your help with something." So she has a 5-year-old son who painted his nails and who was very stoked about painting his nails. And obviously I paint my nails. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, it turns out that he went outside. He's a really big fan of recycle trucks / trash trucks, all the above. So every week he goes out there and is like, he just gets to watch them and is so stoked. And usually the guys are really nice and they interact with him and whatnot. Yesterday, not so much. The trashman decided to make fun of him for having his nails painted.
For real?
Yeah. So much
so these grown adults are goofing on a 5-year-old?
Yes. The one guy is like making fun of him and saying, "Hey, painting your nails is for girls. Why are you doing that?" Proceeds to call the trash man who was just in front of him over so he could see the kid and say, "Oh, that's not manly. Why are you painting your nails?"
So he doubles down.
He doubles down. The kid runs inside, with tears in his eyes, crying, and immediately is trying to pull off his nails because he doesn't want paints nails because he doesn't want to be a girl.
Oh, mom's like, the trash man had a trash take.
Well, right? They left before the mom could figure out what was going on, and she's just like, next time they come, I'm going to let them have it. But right now, is there any way, because I guess she had a conversation with him and said, hey, some of our good friends, they paint their nails too, and they're men, it's fine. It doesn't matter, if you want to express yourself, feel free. So she calls me, and my heart broke. The minute I heard this, I was just like, man, because I know how that is. You just want to express yourself in different ways. Who cares what you wear, what you want to do? And so I certainly
don't expect the garbage man and the recycling man to just clown on you for it.
This kid's heroes.
He's 5.
Well, yeah, you know how Barrett is with excavators, trash men. It's like they're heroes to these kids, and they're just making fun of him.
Good on the mom that she was able to find an alternate because she was trying to find somebody cool and she couldn't. She tried to get Caleb Williams from the Bears to come down, but he doesn't live anywhere near here. So at least she found Danny V.
Yeah. What are you, a trash man, Steve?
Joke about that part. We're friends. We can joke about these things, but that's what a piece of crap.
But this is pretty sweet. We actually have a garbage man on the line right now, Steve. Chad, good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
Chad, thanks for calling in. So, yeah, we talked about what happened with Danny and his neighbor and the fingernail polish, and you're a garbage man?
Yes, sir.
And you texted us. And I was like, oh, man, please call in because I thought what you're offering is just beyond awesome. So share with us what you sent on the text.
I said I wanted to get him some merch, maybe a hat or something, and like a little garbage truck, and I just wanted to send him a message.
Oh, that's too cool. What is the message you'd like to send him? Because, I mean, obviously he's such a big fan of Garbage Man and Recycling Man, and in this situation, I bet put a bad taste in his mouth, understandably.
Right, exactly. Well, as a garbage man, I love seeing the kids come out, and when they wave and say hi, it makes my day to see how excited they get. I don't want to lose a fan, so I just wanted to let Lucha know that if he wants to paint his nails, you paint your nails. If you want to do anything, you just put your heart to it and you do it. Keep being yourself.
Absolutely.
Chad, that's so awesome. Just the fact that you're standing up for him and also just kind of, restoring his faith in the industry that he has been such a fan of for so long.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we don't want to lose a fan, that's for sure.
Right, yeah, you have to deal with so many idiots out there. It's nice to have people who support you.
Yeah, exactly. I love seeing the kids. I love it when they come out and, they do the air horn symbol, and that makes my day. So, and I'm sorry that garbage man was a jerk, but keep on keeping on and keep on loving it.
Now, Chad, I don't know if you're in your truck right now, but I mean, usually it would be selfish and I would want to hear the horn, but I think is it Lucian? Yeah. I think if you're by your truck, if you could sound off the horn for him, that'd be awesome.
I got you. For you, Lucian.
Yeah!
My man. Thank you, Chad. You rock.
You're the best.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
You know what would be kind of awesome is if other garbage men recycling people would call in, just like give some show some love for Lucian, and then maybe you could send it to the mom.
Of course.
And she could play it for him just so that he knows and he realizes that most garbage people are freaking awesome.
They've got his back.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's do
got
it.
your back.
Hell yeah. Right on, Chad. Thank you, man.
You guys have a good one. Thanks.
Yeah, so I'd say give us a call right now, 206-803-ROCK.
Yeah, if you are working in garbage, recycling, any of that fun stuff, please give us a call, and we would love to pass all of this amazing love on to Danny's sweet neighbor.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. If you work in the sanitation industry, garbage, recycling, etc., and you want to show some love for young Lucian, call now. 206-803-ROCK.
Let's honk for Lucian.
Let's do it. We'll take your calls after Pearl Jam. If you are just joining us, Danny has shared this awful story that went down with his neighbor's 5-year-old son, Lucian. Lucian was made fun of by the garbage and recycling guys on the route because he had his nails painted, which is just insane. So call in now. If you're a garbage person, someone that works in the sanitation industry, and you want to show some love for Lucian, we would love to hear from you.
And shout out to Chad, who called in earlier, and he's hooking Lucian up with some T-shirts and some other merchandise from the garbage, from the company that he works for, which I think is Waste Management.
206-803-ROCK. Carl from Port Orchard is actually Chad's coworker. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing great. Thanks so much for calling up and giving some love to Lucian.
The world's bad enough. Kid didn't need that. No. I mean, this is, I don't know. I was disgusted when I heard it yesterday. This is not what we're about. Not as people, not as garbage men. I don't know. But I just wanted to tell Lucian, be yourself. There's always going to be those people that tell you you're not right. You shouldn't be doing something. You know what? Forget them. Just do you, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, don't say it this way, but F them. I don't know if Lucian should be saying that, but, at the end of the day, that's really what, screw these guys and with how they feel.
Yep, exactly. They don't like themselves, so they make everybody else feel bad, too. So, you know what? Love yourself. Be you. Ignore them.
And, Carl, are you currently sitting in a garbage truck?
I am, actually, yes.
Can you give us a little honk-honk to pass along to Lucian?
Yeah, we're honking for Lucian.
Yeah, I will. I'm in a residential neighborhood, so I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Even better. It's for a great cause.
You ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you, Carl. Much love, my friend.
Every dog in that neighborhood hates you.
206-803-ROCK. Tracy from Renton. Tell us about the idea you have for Chad.
Yeah, so I have a 3.5-year-old little guy, and he loves sanitation crews. So I love the fact that everyone wants to offer swag. But let's throw in some nail polish for the little guy to really support what he's trying to do. And, again, just hit home that message that what he's doing is totally fine.
And in the garbage man colors, too. Why not?
Yes! What is Waste Management like? Green, white, and yellow?
Yeah.
Awesome. Great idea, Tracy. Thank you.
We got a lot of text messages. One person says, I run an excavator at work every day. There are little boys that stare and wave at us every single day. I could never do that. That's horrible. A lot of people showing some love for Danny for being there for the kid as well. Much love to you, Danny. I'm not a paint my nails kind of guy, but if my 8-year-old nephew came to me to show me his nails, I'd be like, hey, what color did you choose? Talk about the shades of color. Maybe, how does he avoid getting it on the floor and things like that.
I love that. Let's get some manicures going, guys.
Nail painting party.
All right, now we've gone too far. I'm not getting a manicure.
The Daily Migs Show.
If you'd like a shot at beating Steve today, this man's record is 133 wins, 49 losses, and 34 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. Call now if you would like to play Beat Migs at 650.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Bosch's innovative power tools make you feel like a Bosch. Like when you pile drive screws and bolts with the 2-in-1 impact driver, you'll feel like
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Or when you powerfully blast through concrete with the Bulldog rotary hammer, you'll feel
like I have the power.
And when you make buttery smooth cuts with the Glide Miter saw, you'll feel
Scoobity-bee-bop smooth, baby.
What he said. With expertly engineered power tools, the more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way?
Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Alan from Seattle is. Alan, are you there?
I am here.
What's up, Alan? Steve?
How you guys
What's up?
doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Thank you for asking. Steve, you got to get out of here now.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Alan will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Maine Coon and Sphinx are breeds of what animal?
Cat.
Correct. Theodore Roosevelt National Park is located in which U.S. state?
Wyoming.
No.
Montana.
No.
Nevada.
No. Which classic arcade game was the best-selling of all time?
Pac-Man.
No.
Mario.
No.
Arcade game. Tetris.
No. What kind of juice is in a tequila sunrise?
Orange juice.
That is right. What symbol shares a button with the number 4 on a standard keyboard?
Is it the and symbol?
No.
Pass.
What member of KISS was the star child?
Ooh, Ace?
No.
I don't know. Pass.
Who plays Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey?
Margot Robbie.
That's right. Which planet in our solar system has the largest ocean?
Mars?
No.
Jupiter.
Yes. How many films are tied for having won the most Academy Awards?
3.
Yes. That was a great guess right at the end there. Alan, you
Sure
got
was.
5 correct.
Not my best.
But you know what? I'm going to intimidate Steve with a very crazy glare.
You should see this glare, guys. It's very scary.
Danny, can I sit over at that end of the desk?
Yeah.
Are you feeling intimidated?
I'm very nervous.
You should be. Steve, are you ready?
I think I am.
Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
That's the turn that I like.
Maine Coon and Sphinx are breeds of what animal?
Cat.
Correct. Theodore Roosevelt National Park is located in which U.S. state?
I'm going to go with Colorado.
No.
New Hampshire.
No.
North Dakota.
Yes. Which classic arcade game was the best-selling of all time?
Yes. Miss Pac-Man?
No.
Halo.
No.
Grand Theft Auto.
No. What kind of juice is in a tequila sunrise?
Orange juice.
Correct. What
Orange.
symbol shares a button with the number 4 on a standard keyboard?
I'm going to say pound.
No.
Exclamation.
No.
Money.
Yes. Which member of KISS was the star child?
Oh, my favorite. I don't know if he's my favorite. I like Ace
God.
Frehley too. But it's Paul Stanley.
It is.
Paul Stanley's my favorite.
Who plays Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey?
Danny V.
No.
Taryn Daly.
No.
Ryan Castle.
No. Which
No
planet
idea.
in our solar system has the largest ocean?
That would be Uranus, Taryn.
It would not be.
Earth?
No.
Mars?
No. How many films are tied for having won the most Academy Awards?
3.
Yes. Steve?
I got so lucky on a few
You
of those.
got 5 correct, and that is a tie this morning, 5-5.
Here we go again, Steve.
Here we go again.
How many times have you and Alan tied?
We tie all the time, but that's a personal question.
Well, neither of you knew
I have no idea.
which classic arcade game is the best selling of all time. Danny, do you have a guess?
No. Oh. Is it Minecraft?
It's not. This is an arcade game, classic arcade game.
Galaga.
No.
Super Punch. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No.
Double Dragon.
No.
Elevator.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just guessed that. Tatum loves playing that when we go to like round 1 or other,
yeah.
like the big version. Like that's like.
Merp.
Is that what it sounds like? I don't remember. If I had the space, like a basement, I would love to set up like a giant get one of those giant Space Invaders games that you see at the arcades nowadays. Because it's Tatum loves it with the big gun.
Yeah, we
It's
need
so
one
great.
in the studio here.
I'm okay with
Let's
that.
expense it.
You know what? It's a good thing they don't give us the company credit card because we would do that.
Well, congratulations on your big tie, Steve. People will have an opportunity to play Beat Migs live in the flesh this Saturday because we're going to be out in Puyallup at Sunrise Village. The Red Dog is the location, and we're calling it Sunrise de Mayo. People can bring their kids. They can bring their furry friends. It's dog friendly, and people can get info on the party at KISW.com.
The Daly Migs Show. Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs. Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daly Migs Show.
Want to leave us a voice message? Yeah, you should. Head to the Odyssey app, and there's a little feature, a little button.
Yep.
You can take care of it right there.
We got some good ones. Somebody wants to talk about an issue that they have with their husband over a dishwasher. I definitely want to hear your take on this, Taryn Daly. Also, somebody has an issue with Shadura Sanders. But first, let's start off with this voice message that was literally just left like a couple of minutes ago on our app.
Hey, Lucian, this is Nathan the Garbage Man, buddy. This one's for you. Keep up the good work.
Awesome. And Lucian's our 5-year-old friend who was made fun of for having fingernail polish by some garbage man and a recycling man. And I love all the garbage men and everyone in the sanitation world that have been calling in and texting and showing love for Lucian.
So great.
You have to send that to his mom.
Yeah, I will.
Once again.
Hey, Lucian, this is Nathan the Garbage Man, buddy. This one's for you.
Also, is he being chased by the cops?
I wonder what the top speed of a garbage truck is.
Oh, I wonder. What do you think? 45? You think it hit 60?
Maybe 50?
50?
Yeah.
So my husband goes behind me and rearranges the dishwasher. So after I put the dishes in, he goes and he puts them in a different order. I could just save my time, leave the dishes in the sink, and he could just do it himself.
I have opinions.
Please tell me.
So first of all, in my household, the roles are reversed.
Okay.
Every time my husband loads the dishwasher, it looks like it was done by a wild opossum or something like that.
Okay.
And I have to go in there and fix it like a Swedish architect.
So do you guys argue about this?
I mean, I wouldn't say argue, but like I have taken photos of how he loads the dishwasher and sent it to a cousin of mine who is also very passionate about the right and wrong way to load the dishwasher.
One of the greatest words of advice, we had a lot of great words of advice when we met with a pastor before we got married, kind of like a marriage counsel, marriage. You know how do you do that before you get married? And one of the things that him and his wife brought up that I thought was just so helpful in our relationship was like, look, if you get mad about how they put something in a cabinets or all that, then do it yourself.
Yeah.
But don't bitch at them for doing it what they think is the right way. Like, I've had that conversation with my wife because, like, I don't think she really likes the way I fold the towels. But it's like, if you don't like the way I fold the towels, then maybe you do the towels and do the laundry, or just appreciate that I'm trying.
I will say, after years of training, Brad has gotten much better at loading the dishwasher. It's not perfect. There's still room for improvement, but we're getting somewhere.
Do you give him a treat every time he does it right?
Of course.
Okay, good. Do you give him an attaboy?
Yes.
All right, let's check out this voice message. This one's about Shadura Sanders, everybody's favorite draft pick.
Am I the only one that does not give a about Shadura Sanders getting pranked? Is it really that big of a deal? He got pranked. We all prank people. Now all of a sudden we're losing our minds and finding people hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's a woman after my own heart right there, because I'm torn. I don't know if I'm just insensitive, and it could be. I don't know what you guys think. I understand that you have to put the fines out. You have to teach a lesson. I have no issues with the teams getting involved, and everyone's like upset about that part because the coach. It's hindsight. Maybe could have been smarter. And I don't think he ever thought his 21-year-old son's going to grab a phone number and prank it. But the outrage that some people are having about this, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
There's like a lot bigger things going on to be concerned about in the world.
I think Shadura Sanders is going to be okay.
I think he's moved on. I don't think he even cared that much in the first place.
I thought he handled it really well. He was just like, look, yeah, that was a childish move, but whatever. Like, I got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, people are acting like as if like somebody just just cut his foot off. Because I was watching First Take, and they made the announcement about all the fines, and they had their round table of people, which included Ryan Clark, Louis Reddick, and Stephen A. Smith, and Chris Russo as well. And I don't know why as I'm watching it, I'm getting like more and more mad because of just how mad they are about this. So like, here's Ryan Clark from ESPN's First Take talking about it.
When you are in charge of this sort of sensitive information, it is your job to keep it confidential. Jeff Albrecht being at his home may have gotten too comfortable, but
it's not, we're acting like as if like they had his credit card info and somebody has sold that to the dark web. It was a phone number to a phone that's not even his. It's a draft phone.
In the privacy of his own home. It's not like he like left the iPad out at a bar or something like that.
You never can be in a situation where you have this sort of information and you don't protect it with your life, because this is not only your career, but this also affects many other people.
I guess I just wouldn't necessarily think I need to protect it, like that information, from my child. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he expected that was going to happen.
No, I do feel for the coach, because it's just like, man, if the team's getting mad at him, and I understand that you have to get the fines and you have to teach somebody a lesson, but it's just like, did you really think? I bet every coach has left this kind of stuff out.
Absolutely.
And again, it's not like he left out like a social security number. And now here's Louis Reddick now going off about it.
This kind of information cannot be accessible to people in your family because they don't have any business having it. Like, who's to say that his son couldn't potentially, or someone else couldn't potentially have access to any other kind of information that Jeff Albrecht has?
That always drives me nuts. The whole what if he did this? What if he did that? Like,
we can't play that game.
That would compromise the integrity of the Atlanta Falcons, what they're trying to get done as a football team. What would be interesting is to hear the conversation that he had with his son about this.
Okay, now that I would love to be a fly on the wall.
100%. I want to know how he's being reprimanded.
Because this is a 21-year-old young man who did this. This isn't some 14, 15-year-old.
Yeah, you can't really like take away the car or like ground them or restrict their cell phone usage when they're 21 years old. What is the process?
I think you just take his car and you bring Shedeur Sanders over and let him have a sledgehammer. And just go to town. Like, this is what you get.
Yeah.
And which might be a better way to handle it as opposed to how Stephen A. Smith wants to handle it.
I feel bad for Jeff Albrecht. Yeah, it's a $100,000 fine, and obviously that's some money. The man ain't walking around making tens of millions of dollars or anything like that.
Jeff Albrecht did start an OnlyFans, just in case if you want to help him out, because that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the other side to this is an incredible embarrassment. Mm-hmm. That 21-year-old kid, Jax, should have had his ass whipped, number
21-year-old man.
21-year-old, yeah, all right. He should have his ass whipped.
Man, he's a man. Not a very smart man.
And apparently, it wasn't Shedeur that wasn't the only person that they pranked. They pranked the guy that went third as well, or somebody pranked them. There was a few other people that got pranked. Obviously, the big one is Shedeur Sanders, just because of how drastic of a drop he had from what was supposed to be a first-round pick to becoming a fifth-round pick.
So high level.
Yeah.
It was a great prank, though.
Yeah, I mean, Danny, are you heartbroken? I mean, are you mad about the fact that he got pranked, like how some people are?
No, I've completely forgot about this story almost every single day when I go home, so I don't care at all whatsoever.
We should prank Danny then.
Yeah.
That's going to be my new mission in life. We're going to get him good.
They just need to call him and be like, hey, we have a dozen roses. We want to send them to your significant other. Who is that person? And see who Shedeur Sanders says.
The Daly Migs Show.
We are going to be kicking it in Puyallup on Saturday in Sunrise Village. The location is the Red Dog, and we are calling it Sunrise de Mayo. Dog friendly, bring the critters, and that includes your kid critters. Get all the info at KISW.com. We'll see you Saturday.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth. For a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing, pinkysplumbing.com.
In case you've not heard about the prank call heard around the world, it was Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, who made the call to Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. So now the Falcons have to pay a fine.
Yes.
Jeff Ulbrich has to pay a fine.
Yes.
And this is the ESPN News report all about it.
First take this morning out of the NFL. The NFL has fined the Falcons $250,000 and defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich $100,000 for failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to the club in advance of the NFL draft. Okay.
Okay.
How soon until the son can ask dad for some money? Hey, Dad, can I borrow $50? I want to go get some pizza with my friends.
I would not dare.
He's like, we're not there yet, buddy.
No.
We're just not there.
The iPad was left open, and so he just kind of took advantage of that. And he made more than one prank call, but that's obviously the most high-level prank call that he made to a player. But then Jeff did do a press conference where he apologized for all of this.
My actions of not protecting confidential data were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. Going forward, I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions. Obviously not happy and shocked, so I made the Falcons aware of the situation. Our next course of action was to try to get a hold of the Sanders family so we could apologize, which we were able to do. The Sanders family, Shedeur and Coach Sanders, were amazingly gracious, more gracious than they needed to be in a moment like this.
That's what I've heard. Like, they're just like, yeah, it was childish. And then let's just move on.
Bigger fish to fry out there.
So how do you handle, how do you prove that you've moved on, gotten better? Like, do we have to wait till next year's draft and then everything happens and then they're like, look, we didn't prank anybody. We're good.
Hey, we moved on. See? Oh. Has there ever been a time that your parents, Steve, over the years ever had to apologize for something stupid that you did?
Yeah, there was one that I cost my parents a good chunk of change. It ended up becoming a nickname for a while. They called me Hansel because I had to put my hands. It's a stupid nickname, but I had to put my hands in my pockets anytime we would go to any kind of store, any kind of like mall, like at the time, like the Macy's or those kind of places. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to touch everything. And one time we were in like an expensive plates and like the glassware,
fine china,
and I had my hands out and I was walking down the aisle and I knocked over a bunch of things. There was a few $100s in damages, so they had to apologize, but also then had to pay on time. Granted, not $100,000, but they still had to pay several $100s, and my dad was not happy.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that sucks. What about you?
Oh, I mean, there's definitely been
Or had you had to apologize for Barrett?
I mean, the time that he barfed all over me and we were on a shuttle bus going to the airport, that was pretty bad.
I mean, he did give a good reason why.
I'm sick of you.
Yeah, he threw up like all over me, all over the shuttle bus. And I'm like, we have to catch a flight. Like, I can't clean this up all the way. Did
you tip him well?
Of course, but it was horrifying.
How much did you give Barrett for that?
Oh, God. It was pretty bad. 206-803-ROCK. Has there ever been a time that your parents had to apologize for something stupid that you did? Or have you ever had to apologize on behalf of your kid?
The Daly Migs Show.
We have all had that moment where our parents had to apologize for something dumb that we did.
No.
Or when have you had to apologize on behalf of your kid?
Still no.
206-803-ROCK. It probably didn't cost you $100,000 like it did for the coach of the Falcons, but what was that moment for you? 206-803-ROCK. Your calls after Nirvana. When did your parents have to apologize for something totally boneheaded that you did as a kid? Or when did you have to make that apology on behalf of your child? 206-803-ROCK. Steve, we have someone on hold who did significant damage at their school as a child. Their parents had to apologize for that.
Went into a full-on rage.
We're going to talk to them in just a second. But first, Katie from Puyallup, when did you have to apologize for something your kid did?
Hola. So when we were living in Vegas, we took my son out to the cafe at Sam's Club, and we were sitting next to a heavyset lady who was sitting on a motor cart, and he pointed right at her, and he said, "Hey, you!" And then he made the motion with his finger at his stomach, and he was like, "I can tell that you're going to have a baby."
Oh, no.
And I was mortified. I've never I got out of there so fast.
So I take it she wasn't pregnant.
No, I don't believe so.
Well, it's a valuable lesson that your kid learned at a very young age is to never comment on whether or not somebody is pregnant.
Because oftentimes you're wrong.
Yeah, even if you know you're right, even if you were in the room when they consummated this child, you still don't want to do that.
206-803-ROCK. James from Kent. When did your parents have to apologize on your behalf?
Good morning. Good morning. I was in elementary school. It was a long time ago, but this is back when computers were, everyone didn't have computers back then. And I got in trouble in school and got sent to the principal's office. And I was so mad at the principal and the teachers that he had this little rickety bookcase that was in his office. And so I put both of my feet on the wall and grabbed this bookcase to knock it over, and it landed on his desk, hitting the monitor onto the floor, and it broke. And as soon as that happened, my mom walks into the principal.
Great timing, Mom.
There was just an earthquake. Yeah. You just missed it.
So how'd that end up for you?
Let's just say she tried a new belt.
Oh.
And it worked really well.
I wish I could be inside the mind of the principal. And also, today's National Principal Day, so it's a great story for that, which I think is hilarious. But imagine being the principal while all that's going on. You have this kid that's under 10 going into full-on rage mode.
What kind of trouble do you get into at that age for something like that?
There was a lot of whoopings. I didn't get to go outside. It was a different era back then. So, I didn't get to go outside. We didn't have internet or anything like that. So no Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo for a couple of weeks. I had to go back to the school and clean the hallways for about a month. Wow. And my mom would attend my classes just to make sure that I wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary.
So you got grounded, you got belted, you couldn't play Sonic the Hedgehog. After all is said and done, is it worth it, though? Probably not, right?
206-803-ROCK. Bob from Tacoma. When did you have to apologize on behalf of your kid?
Morning, gang. Well, when my daughter was about 3 years old, she was all excited about going to the theater and sitting in the seat by herself. And so we went to go see Jungle Book, and she sat in the seat, and unfortunately the seat folded up. And next thing I know, I looked over, and looks like a pretzel in that seat. So I held the seat down with my knee, and halfway through the movie, all of a sudden she's like, "Dad, can I sit in your lap?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I put her in my lap, and she goes, "I don't feel," and before the words could come out of her mouth, she turned her head and projectile vomited all over the lady and her son next to us. And she got it on me and herself and everything. But the lady was really cool. She offered to take my daughter into the bathroom and get her all cleaned up and everything. So, yeah, the lady was so cool about it. But it looked like a scene from The Exorcist. It was almost scary.
It's like a 4D movie, but not the kind of 4D movie you want to be a part of.
I mean, it's bad when you get your puke on yourself.
Yeah.
Your own puke on yourself. It's a little worse when it's your kid's puke. But to have a complete stranger's vomit on you, like, no thanks.
And props to the lady. I don't know. I mean, you would hope that everybody could handle it because it's a kid. But, I mean, props to her for having that kind of patience. And then be willing to be like, "Hey, I'll help your kid clean it up."
Oh, my God. That makes me gag in my mouth a little bit just thinking about it.
Buy that lady a bucket of popcorn.
Absolutely. She deserves it. She earned it.
Absolutely. You want to do one more?
Let's do Sandra from Yelm. Sandra, tell us about the time you had to apologize on behalf of your kid.
I had to apologize on behalf of my kid, only to find out it was not even my kid who did it.
What happened?
We were living on Post in Texas, and I got a knock on the door, opened it. It's a police officer with my son, and said, "Your son was caught destroying somebody's Christmas decorations." Took me over to that parent's yard. I apologized up and down. I paid for the stuff that was broken. And when I get home and I'm talking to my son, he's like, "Mom, I didn't break it. Somebody else did that, and I was trying to fix it and put it back." So I apologized and paid and was humiliated in front of my neighbor with a police officer on military base, and my son had nothing to do with it.
It is impressive that
He was just trying to be nice.
You had to apologize to every single person, including your own child. That's impressive, don't you think?
Go down the checklist.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, were you listening to the cheat sheet on the men's room yesterday at 7:50 by any chance? Because we gave out 3 of the correct answers for the next game of Beat Migs. And if you'd like to play, give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Many choices in life can be scary, but your healthcare shouldn't be one of them. Did you know that traditional insurance isn't your only option to take care of your medical costs? Christian Healthcare Ministries is created for you, believers who expect more from their healthcare. Embrace a faith-based alternative that puts you in control. Plus, experience flexibility to pick your provider of choice with programs less than $100 per month. Enroll today at chministries.org/solution.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
ready to beat Migs? I know Riley from Snohomish is. Riley, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Riley, were you listening to the men's room yesterday at 5:40 by any chance?
I was not, unfortunately.
Oh, he has no cheat sheet to help
That's
him,
fine,
Steve.
but he has plenty of integrity.
Yes. All right, Steve, it's time for you to get out of the studio.
Bye-bye.
If you are playing along at home, Riley will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Riley can pass all he wants, but he only gets 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
April showers bring May what?
Flowers.
Correct. How many total toes does a gorilla have?
10.
Yes. The first cable car in the world was made in what U.S. city?
San Francisco.
Correct. What book tells the story of the Harris family fleeing from Canada to escape slavery? What organ manufactures a new lining every 3 to 6 days?
Liver.
No.
Kidney.
No.
Stomach.
What was that?
Stomach.
Yes, stomach. Ichiro Suzuki has the most hits as a Mariner, but who has the second most?
Pass.
What is a small group of islands called?
Archipelago.
Yes. A pluot is a hybrid of what 2 fruits?
Plum and a kumquat.
No.
Plum and apricot.
Yes. In geometry, how many types of triangles are there?
3.
No.
6.
Yes, 6. In what decade did Hawaii become a state?
80.
No. But you got 7 correct, Riley, which is a fine score indeed.
All right.
Let's go, Riley. Let's go, Riley.
Wow. He's
See?
been writing songs about Riley.
Made him his own theme song.
Are you ready? Yes! April showers bring May what?
Flowers.
Yeah. How many total toes does a gorilla have?
I don't know, but it could beat 100 guys, right?
Yes, of course.
10?
Yeah. The first cable car in the world was made in what U.S. city?
Oh, that would be San Francisco.
It sure would be. What book tells the story of the Harris family fleeing from to Canada to escape slavery?
What? A Strange Brew.
No.
Degrassi High.
No.
Pass. I have no idea.
What organ manufactures...
Is it Django Unchained?
No.
Oh.
What organ manufactures a new lining every 3 to 6 days?
Huh?
What organ manufactures a new
Skin.
lining? No.
Oh. Liver.
No.
Kidney.
No. Ichiro Suzuki has the most hits as a Mariner, but who has the second most?
As a Mariner?
Yeah.
Edgar Martinez.
Sure is. What is a small group of islands called?
A gaggle.
No.
A team.
No.
A land.
No. A pluot is a hybrid of what 2 fruits?
A plum and a grapefruit.
No.
Plum and a banana?
No.
Plum and an apple?
No. Steve, you got 4 correct, which is a loss. 7-4.
Damn,
nice
Riley.
Riley. I like the evil laugh.
It's like a Bond villain of Beat Migs.
Sorry to hear that you lost today,
Well,
Steve.
now I get why you were doing a song for him. He did a great job.
The book about fleeing to Canada to escape slavery is Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Okay.
Our friend Riley knew that the organ that manufactures a new lining every 3 to 6 days is your stomach. He also knew that a small group of islands is called an archipelago.
He did not know that.
And he also knew that a pluot is a plum and apricot.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
2 that you did not get to, but Riley did. In geometry, how many types of triangles are there?
3.
No.
4.
No.
5.
No.
Ah.
6.
Okay.
And in what decade did Hawaii become a state?
60s.
No.
70s.
No.
80s.
No. You went the wrong way.
50s.
It's the 50s.
Well, I don't feel so bad because I still wouldn't have even tied.
Well, you know what? I was a huge fan of Riley. I wrote him his own theme song. He is the type of person that should be rocking that I Beat Migs t-shirt. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They are available in the rock shop at KISW.com.
The Daly Migs Show.
We're going to be playing Beat Migs in Puyallup this Saturday. Sunrise de Mayo is the name of our party, and it's going to be going down at the Red Dog in Sunrise Village. Steve, people can bring their dogs.
Yep.
They can bring the children along. Pour your own beverages.
Bring your appetite as well. They have great food there.
Get all the info on our party at KISW.com. Steve Migs. Only 2 more sleeps until Sunrise de Mayo in Puyallup, which I'm so excited we're heading to the south end, South Hill to be exact.
Yes, Sunrise in Sunrise Village, which is a great spot in the Puyallup area, so you could go enjoy some great food, great drinks over at the Red Dog. We're going to have a blast. We're going to be there at noon, hanging out till about 2, and we're just going to be having a great time playing Beat Migs and all that crazy stuff.
And Red Dog is dog friendly, which is so exciting. So we have Sierra who's just called up because you have something that you'd like to offer to the dogs that are in attendance. Sierra, what is that?
Absolutely. It's all natural chicken jerky treats.
Now, can we have them for the humans as well?
You could. Right now, we can't actually say human grade on our labels right now.
Wait, so you make dog treats?
Yes.
Is it like a company locally, Sierra, that you have?
So, yeah, we're down here in Thurston County. We kind of spread all over. It's my mom, my stepdad, myself, my brother, and my husband.
Okay.
And so we're family-owned, we're veteran-owned, and we make all-natural chicken jerky treats.
What's the name of the company?
One Spoiled Dog Treat Company.
Okay, that's great. How did you guys get into this industry? What was the thing that inspired you to start making dog treats?
Actually, it was a fluke thing. We actually bought the company from a previous owner. Her and her husband started it back in 2008, and they closed down in 2016 before COVID. And she just got too overwhelmed. She was running 3 other companies, and so she shut down the dog treat company. And they were selling off. So last year, they were selling off all of their dehydrators and everything. And we happened to just go and buy them, and we got to talking and ended up talking about their company, and we're interested and asked if they would sell the name and sell the company, and they said sure. And so we just went from there because we loved the product, and we loved that it was all natural, and our dogs that are super picky loved it, and everybody says that the treats are like crack, doggy crack.
Well, yeah, let's hook up some dog. That'd be awesome if you swing by the Red Dog and hang out with us. Now, I have a crazy question. I don't know if this is just something. I just like to think out loud because that's just how I work. But, the men's room, they have their own beer. I think it'd be hilarious if the Daily Migs show had its own dog food.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh,
do you think we can make like a I don't know if you'd be able to pull it off in time for Saturday, but that'd be so funny if we had like the Daily Migs dog treats.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it when we get there.
Oh, Sierra, this is awesome. We're breaking into the dog treat world.
DJ Strawberry is going to be so fired up. Finally, I'll be impressive to my pet.
I also have a question for you, Sierra. As a dog lover and owner, what kind of dogs do you have?
I have a chocolate lab. And my in-laws, who are right next door to us, they have Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh.
Are you going to be okay?
I love dogs.
My mom has a miniature Chihuahua Pomeranian mix, and my niece has a Border Collie.
I want to pet
we're
all
over
of
the
them.
place.
Are you going to bring any of the dogs on Saturday?
We can, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to, but I think that'd be kind of fun.
Also, I know one of them she's still a puppy, so she's super energetic. So she might be a little spazzy.
Oh, that's my favorite.
That's just like Danny. We'll just pair them off.
One Spoiled Dog Treat Company. Sierra, this is so awesome. Thank you for sharing with us and with our 4-legged friends.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday.
Absolutely. We'll be there.
The Daily Migs Show.
Seattle has officially been awarded a Professional Women's Hockey League expansion franchise, and many are already feeling that they must voice their opinions about this online. So we will go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
It is official. The city of Seattle has been awarded a professional women's hockey league expansion franchise.
Apparently making everybody in Detroit upset. I saw a lot of comments from people who, I guess they've been pining for a team, which makes sense. I mean, that's a hockey city. And so they saw that Vancouver and Seattle got one, and the people of Detroit are pissed.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
They'll be playing their games at Climate Pledge Arena, and this is the Como 4 News report about it.
It's an exciting day for Seattle hockey fans. Emerald City has officially been awarded an expansion franchise to play in the Professional Women's Hockey League.
The PWHL will make the official announcement in Seattle later this morning. They say the franchise will have the colors of emerald, green, and cream.
Green and cream.
Many have already been sharing
Can we
their
chant
opinions.
that? Green and cream. Green and cream. I'm sorry.
The opinions have been rolling in online, Steve.
Yeah, a lot of comments. Some are idiots. Some are funny, though.
So let's go straight to those comments.
All right, so we found a bunch of the comments, the fun ones, and I'm excited, to be honest with you. Like, I can't wait to go see a game.
Is Seattle going to be a dominant force in sports now?
Well, we need to win games to become a dominant force.
Any sport would be great.
So who better to read these comments than I believe someone who is one of the biggest hockey fans, and that is Britney Spears.
Oh, everyone knows that about her.
I mean, you know, her Instagram page is just littered with hockey takes.
Yes.
Yes, I think she has said green and cream while holding a knife once. All right, so here's Robot Britney Spears talking about the brand new hockey team here in Seattle. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's the first comment.
Well, it'll give the 5 fans of Seattle's WNBA team something to do during their off season.
Okay.
Boo that person.
There's at least like 7 or 8. Dude, if the Storm's any indication, this team's going to do fine.
Yes.
And also, I mean, they did bring some of the Professional Women's Hockey League to Seattle for like a couple of games last year. And I think like 12,000 people showed up to Climate Pledge Arena to go watch them play.
That's a big deal.
I think they're going to do just fine.
Let's add more sports. I'm so sick of sports. Why won't the city spend money on better transportation or education? My life.
Well, I'm not exactly sure if they work together. Like, we're not going to be able to spend money on education because we're bringing a hockey team here. I don't think they are coming from the same bank account.
I don't think we can connect those dots there.
But you know, Brittany, she has a different way of thinking.
She really does lately.
Cool. Can we call them the Sonics? So that people can shut the f*** up about the Sonics coming back. Hashtag hockey is better than basketball.
I mean, I do personally enjoy hockey more than basketball, but
Yeah.
I'd like both, please.
Oh, no. Yeah. This isn't going to have any impact on whether or not the Sonics are coming.
No. They will probably make the playoffs before the Kraken.
Okay, that's probably right.
Ouch.
I don't know. I think next year will be all right. I say that. I'm such a ever the optimist when it comes to Seattle sports.
Gonna get a new coach?
New coach, maybe some new players. You never know what's going to happen.
Can the Kraken loan them Grubauer? Oh, wait, he would probably suck for them, too.
Oh, savage.
Gruby's going to be so happy when he leaves Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I think a lot of people have embraced Philip Grubauer, but it's just has not been a fun run for him as far as his stats and as far as being a goaltender.
Yeah.
Someone on the radio said they should be called the tuna tacos. Let's go with it.
That was me. Unless someone else is calling them the tuna tacos. That or the team green and cream.
Green and cream.
Green and cream. I like that better than tuna tacos. All right, one more comment about.
Yeah. Awesome. The couple pro women's games I got to watch last year were pretty damn epic. These women aren't playing around. They're playing for keeps. More hockey in Seattle always.
See, there is some positivity out there.
And you know, there's a women's sports bar in Seattle now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Rough and Tumble. So, I mean, it's all happening. It's all happening for women's sports in this city.
I saw some of my friends. They already they grabbed some season tickets. I don't know how much they're going for, and it's not an 80-game season. I think it's a 30-game season. So there'll be 15 games here at Climate Pledge Arena.
That is much more manageable than a full NHL season.
Yes, and then we learned from her name is Jana. Oh man, she's part of the executive board, and she did a whole thing about how Seattle does have a history here in the Pacific Northwest when it comes to women's hockey.
We're excited to write the next chapter for women's hockey here in Seattle, but we know there's a rich history, so we're not starting from scratch. Women's hockey roots run deep here. More than a century ago, 1921, the Seattle Vamps skated to Vancouver and defeated the hometown Amazons 1-0. Vancouver ultimately won the championship series, but today, with Seattle and Vancouver both a part of the PWHL, we're not just honoring that history, we're reigniting it.
And that was Jana Hefford. She's a former Canadian Olympic star and then is the executive vice president of hockey operations for the PWHL.
And the mascot back then was the Vamps.
The Vamps.
I can't see the Vamps wearing green and cream.
No, I think they're more like pink and black. And Danny told us off the air, but so a Vamp is an attractive, dangerously flirtatious woman.
Yeah. Watch out, boys.
She might wear tight clothes and bright red lipstick. Oh, so bright red should be the color.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Vamps would work. I don't know if some people get all up in arms, but I think it's a cool name.
They'd probably start calling them the Tramps.
But they could also have a flying V.
Ooh.
We should probably stop.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
A woman was able to fight off a bear with a bag of cookies. We're going to tell you what's trending after Soundgarden. It is completely bananas out there in the world of pop culture, Steve Migs. There's so much happening, and sifting through it to get those little nuggets that you can take along with you on your day, that can be a tall order. So we will help out by telling you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
During a game yesterday between the Cubs and the Pirates in Pittsburgh, one of the fans fell from the outfield stands during a play.
Did you see this?
He fell like 21 feet down. He got up for a second and then went back down. They ended up having some words about this after the game.
And this
Thank both our medical
This is the general manager of the Pirates talking about it.
staff, the Cubs medical staff, EMS, everybody that got to the gentleman. Even though it's 350 feet of wire, whatever it is, I mean, the fact of how it went down and laying motionless, we're like while the play's going on. I mean, Craig saw it, I saw it, we both got out there. I think the umpire saw it. Unfortunately, because of the way the ball kicked, it's extremely unfortunate. I mean, that's an understatement.
That's always like I don't ever think that's ever going to happen to me, but it's always like a scare of like whenever you see someone that's a little drunk.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
as they're walking, like especially over at Lumen Field, whenever I go to like a Seahawks game, I'm sure it's like that at Sounders games. And it's like, man, and it's happened like many times to where it's just like that. What an awful situation.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, there's a story that, I mean, you just never know how you're going to be able to combat a bear. I mean, we've heard about cocaine bear, but now we have cookie bear. There's a Florida woman who had to survive a very close encounter with a bear while she was walking her dog. She ended up smacking the bear in the head with a bag of cookies. In fact, here's the woman. Her name is great. Her name is Kristen Savage.
Oh.
Talking about what happened with her and the bear.
I was looking for the bird in the tree, and then I see a black thing come at my leg, and I thought it was an off-leash dog at first. And then I realized it was a giant bear head. She went across for Ringo, and I just pulled him away, and eventually I had him hanging in the air, dangling around on the leash. So I had him up in the air like this, and she would chase him, so I was spinning in a circle. And that's when I spun around so many times I fell and got my leg cut up pretty good. I had remembered my mom handed me a bag of cookies out of her windows for my kids. When I remembered I had them in my hand, I took the bag, and I whacked the bear across the face with it.
How stale were these cookies?
That's my question. I mean, I never would think of a cookie as being a proper weapon unless it's stale as hell.
It's like your grandma's cookies aren't very tasty, but they're a fantastic weapon. I would have thought, maybe I'll feed the bear the cookies, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, crazy.
There was a 37-year-old woman from Brooklyn who got arrested. She was going 102 miles per hour on I-95 in Connecticut. Not sure what the posted speed limit was there, but I'm positive it was under that.
Yeah.
She had her 2-year-old in the car, though.
Jeez.
That's going to be a problem. She told police that the reason for her excessive speed, she was trying to get him to a Thomas the Train event, and they were running late. Now she's facing multiple charges, reckless driving and child endangerment among the list.
I can't handle that song.
Do you guys never had a Thomas the Train phase?
No, thankfully.
Oh, God. Diesel and all the other characters. I can't remember their names.
I mean, I know what Thomas the Train is, but no, Tatum has zero interest in Thomas the Train.
It's crazy to me that show turned into what it did, because it used to be off of Shining Time Station. I don't know if you guys remember that show way back when.
I do.
Here comes Danny gatekeeping Thomas the Train again.
Just saying. I always thought the other part of it was better.
Really?
I mean, the train part was cool, but it was like they were just characters on like a variety show for kids.
It's just because the train's cute looking.
Yeah.
He's pretty cute.
Yeah, but
for a train.
Okay.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, if you would like to take a shot at beating Steve this morning, we have an opportunity for you. This man's record is 133 wins, 50 losses, and 35 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. I'd love if you would deliver a loss to him. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Bosch's innovative power tools make you feel like a Bosch. Like when you pile drive screws and bolts with the 2-in-1 impact driver, you'll feel like
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Or when you powerfully blast through concrete with the Bulldog rotary hammer, you'll feel
like I have the power.
And when you make buttery smooth cuts with the Glide Miter saw, you'll feel
Scoobity-bee-bop smooth, baby.
What he said. With expertly engineered power tools, the more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. breathe in the scenery, and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Richard from Granite Falls is. Richard, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, Richard. Steve, I would love for you to get out of here now.
Well, fine.
For those playing at home, Richard has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
What shapes are used in a Venn diagram?
Circle.
Yes. What vegetable gets its name from the Greek word for branch?
Olive.
No.
Pears.
No.
Pass.
O'Shea Jackson is the real name of what entertainer?
Ice Cube.
Yes. What number is represented by C in Roman numerals?
100.
Yes, sir. Wilt Chamberlain's famous nickname was Wilt the what?
Pass.
Who provided the voice of Chance the Bulldog in Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey?
Michael J. Fox.
He did. How many dice are used in Yahtzee?
5.
Correct. In what organ of the human body would you find the sclera?
The chest.
In what organ of the human body would you find the sclera?
The heart.
No.
The kidney.
No.
Liver.
No. We leave the light on for you is a slogan for what chain?
Best Western.
No.
Motel 6.
Yes. Way to finish strong there, Richard. You got 6 correct.
Woohoo!
Woohoo is right. I'm on a mission to stump Steve.
Has he lost twice this morning?
Steve, how many times have you lost today? Once or twice? Just once.
Time to turn it around, baby.
We'll see about that. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What shapes are used in a Venn diagram?
What shapes? Oh, that would be a circle.
It would be. What vegetable gets its name from the Greek word for branch?
Broccoli.
Yes. O'Shea Jackson is the real name of what entertainer?
Ice Cube.
Correct. What number is represented by a C in Roman numerals?
50.
No.
100.
Yes. Wilt Chamberlain's famous nickname was Wilt the what?
Stilt.
Yeah, baby. Who provided the voice of Chance the Bulldog in Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey?
Chance the Rapper?
No.
No. Eddie Murphy?
No.
Patton Oswalt?
No. How many dice are used in Yahtzee?
2.
No.
Oh, wait. 5.
Yes. In what organ of the human body would you find the sclera?
That would be in the lungs?
No.
The heart?
No.
The kidney?
No.
Damn it.
We'll leave the light on for you is a slogan for what chain?
Motel 6?
Yes. What ocean does the Congo River flow into?
Atlantic.
It does.
Yeah.
Steve Migs with time on the clock. Wow. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you hear my expert accounting right there?
Oh, you're great at counting.
You are a big winner. 8-6.
Oh, good game, Richard.
I'll get you next time.
All
That's
right.
Optimism.
I look forward to the day.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
What a full, complete day. You got one of each.
A little bit of everything.
That is magical.
What do we call that?
The trifecta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Richard did know that the voice of Chance the Bulldog in Homeward Bound was Michael J. Fox.
I don't even know what the hell Homeward Bound is.
Oh, my God. Do you like to cry?
No. I don't like watching. Is it a cartoon?
No. It's a movie about 3 animals that go, like, they get separated from their family, and it's all about their journey to get home. There's Sassy the cat.
I'm surprised.
Shadow
the golden retriever.
The golden retriever.
I'm surprised you have not seen this with Tatum. This was like my childhood. She would love this movie.
This is not on our radar. It came out in 1993.
Oh, it's so good.
It's Homeward Bound 2 too, and they go to get lost in San Francisco.
Is John Travolta one of the voices at least?
I don't know if I ever saw the second one. I don't know.
I'm looking at even the poster. This doesn't even look like anything I've ever seen.
It's a great one.
But yeah, but if it's going to make me cry, I don't want to watch it.
Just a little bit.
Well,
Misty.
for a second, and then you're like, redemption.
Oh, okay.
We're really selling it. The organ of the human body where you would find the sclera is the eyes. That's like the outermost white layer of your eyeball.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important, I think.
Yeah, I'd imagine everything's important in your eye.
We are going to be in Puyallup this Saturday. We're going to be hanging out at the Red Dog in Sunrise Village, pouring our own drinks because that's how they roll.
Pour your own drinks, enjoy some great food, and also play Beat Migs.
I hope somebody beats you in person.
At the game.
Well, of course.
Okay.
Yes. You can get info on our party at KISW.com.
The Daly Migs Show.
Once again, we're having a stupid debate on this show, and we were hoping that you could help us settle this dumb debate.
It has nothing to do with gorillas.
No. 206-803-ROCK. Call in now. We want you to judge something for us. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Nirvana. They call him Seagull Boy. He's a British kid who has just won his second consecutive goal-screeching championship.
Okay.
10 years old. His name is Cooper Wallace, and he won this for the second year in a row with very impressive mimicking skills. He sounds just like a seagull. Check it out.
Are these people that are so fired up for him? That's awesome.
They erupted with support.
Yeah.
I love that.
Although I think if he was my kid, I might be like my dad. My dad did not want me to play the drums. He's like, all right, fine, you can play the drums, but you can only do it when I'm at work. And I'd be like, hey, buddy. Hey, what's his name? Cooper. Hey, Cooper, you can practice your seagull impression, but only when daddy's at work.
He did the whole competition dressed in a full seagull costume as well. Like, he really leaned into the situation he was in.
What is it? Go big or go home. So we were watching this video and listening to this earlier, and I don't know why, but this is one of the dumb off-air conversations that we have, and we're like, we should probably put this to the test. We all believe that we're the best seagull impersonator of the group.
Let me just say, I have lived in this state and in this area for 40 years. I have encountered more seagulls than either of you.
So because you've been around seagulls?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
That is exactly how it works.
Do you want to hear what a real seagull sounds like?
Yes.
All right. Here's another one. And so, this could be the dumbest thing we've ever done on the radio, which is saying a lot. We're going to see who on the show is the best at a seagull screech. We have Jacob on hold. He's going to listen to us, and he's going to determine who's the best seagull.
Okay.
Taryn Daly, Danny V, or yours truly, Steve Migs.
Who should go first?
Danny, you pick.
I think Steve should go first because he is the resident animal impersonator on our
Thank you.
show.
I feel like I have the advantage. I'm known for my animal impressions.
You are kind of like Steve Irwin.
There are not many people who do animals as well as I do animals.
Wow.
Edit that part out, please.
We'll fix it.
Okay. Are we ready?
You just made Taryn spit up on herself.
All right, Taryn. Top
good.
that.
That was pretty good. All right. I'm going to stand up.
Oh, yeah, you got to stand up. Yeah. Wow.
Did you say I was doing the wings, too?
Yeah, I saw the
That was
wings.
helpful.
Oh, I looked the other way. I couldn't look at you while you were doing it. I was very embarrassed. All right, Danny.
All right, I'm going to do the same as Taryn. I'm going to stand up. I got to get my lungs prepared.
Seagull stance. They sound different in West Seattle.
Well, that's how they sound after a good night out with their lady friend.
Jacob from Covington, you be the judge. Who has the best seagull screech on the Daily Migs show?
The best screech out of all of you. First of all, the last one was a bird that turned into a monkey.
It did.
One
And then Danny flung poop at us. It was crazy.
Parents I thought was the best purely because of your high pitch.
Yeah. What do I win?
You you win a crisp high five.
Yes, I will take it. Thank you, Jacob.
Jacob, what do you think of mine?
Steve, yours is all right, I guess. For like a bird, you know.
Oh, it's okay for a bird. Oh, I was trying to be a freaking bird, so it should be all right for a bird.
See, mine was okay for a monkey. I get it.
Just keep working on it, guys. You'll get it next time.
The Daily Migs Show.
Let's say you're a massive music fan. Do you think you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the hook? Prove it to us, and if you do, we're going to give you tickets to Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace at Climate Pledge Arena on September 30th. Call 206-803-ROCK if you would like to play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
It's time for Hook or Shook. The game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, the prize is tickets to see Breaking Benjamin with 3 Days Grace, and that show is coming to Climate Pledge Arena on September 30th. Our contestant this morning is Miss Mandy from Cedro Woolley. Good morning, Mandy.
Hello.
Let's spin this wheel and see if you are playing with me or Migs.
All right, there goes the wheel. Who will it land on? Currently, it's on me, but it's now switched on over to T-Dog, and that's exactly who you're paired up with, Mandy. It's you and Taryn.
Mandy, let's do this. Are you ready for your clip?
I am ready.
Take off our clothes.
I will not go. Turn the lights down. What is it?
Do you know the band? If you were to wink with both eyes at the same time, what would you be doing?
Blink 182.
Yes. And
I never thought you could use that as a way of giving a hint, like winking with both eyes, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Blinking. Okay.
All right, Mandy, do you want help with the song?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the words in the song, it's a 4-word song. One of the words in the song is another word for tiny.
Oh, it's all the small things. Yes. I knew that. I knew it.
I knew you knew it, Mandy.
I watched an interview, I can't remember who it was with Rick Beato, that guy, and he was talking about this song and how, like, there's layers in this song that you don't even hear, and on that na-na-na-na part, there's, like, a keyboard that's going on, and I never heard it until he brought it up, and now all I hear is the keyboard. It's
that
crazy.
Is awesome.
It's funny how your ears and your brain work like that.
All right, Mandy, I want to win these tickets for you. Danny, let's hear the clip.
I'm sure you know the band.
Yeah, but now I'm like, what song is it? Let me hear it again. I know it's Korn. Oh, it's Freak on a Leash? Yeah, Mandy.
She's singing along. Mandy, you just won yourself a pair of tickets to go check out Breaking Benjamin.
Congratulations, Mandy. Have a great time at the show.
Yay!
Hey, man, who are you taking to the show?
I don't know yet. Probably my son.
Oh, I love that. How old's your son?
16.
What was his first concert?
His first concert was Journey.
Oh,
yeah, you got to make up for that.
Oh, stop, Steve.
The Daily Migs Show.
If we have talked about something this morning that you would like to talk about, call in now. 206-803-ROCK. We will check in with the Rockaholics after Green Day.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And Auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
Throughout the morning, we have received some fantastic texts and calls from our dear Rockaholics, but we have not had a chance to catch up with just everybody. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, so please do give us a call if there's something from the show you'd like to chime in on today, or if you have anything on your mind that you might like to discuss with us. The number is 206-803-ROCK. And guys, ever since yesterday, we have been getting so much action from garbage men.
Yes.
So much action.
Wait a second.
I mean, text action and call action.
Okay, fair.
Based on a story that Danny told, wanting to instill some hope into the heart of a 5-year-old, his neighbor kid, Lucian. And we've got Possum Paul from
And so for those that don't know, Lucian was made fun of by a garbage man and a recycling guy. He's 5 years old, and he was wearing nail polish. And so they gave him a hard time about that. It made him very sad. He was trying to rip the nails off of his hand like when he went home. And so the mom reached out to Danny because Danny is the neighborhood's nail polish wearing dude. Yeah. And a solid effort by Danny to make Lucian feel better about things.
So now we've had all these wonderful folks from the sanitation community calling up, and Possum Paul is one of those folks. You want to chime in?
Yeah, I do. And first of all, I'm really glad that Lucian is getting the support that he needs, because that was awful. Now, here's what I want to have to say about this. And I'm not a sanitation worker, but I'm a union worker.
Okay.
And these guys are union. These guys are making over $100,000 a year probably. Close to it, if not. And I really hope that somebody has called HR. At the very least, these guys need a finger wagging from their employer. And if it's an ongoing issue, there needs to be a written reprimand, and if it's bad enough, you could even lose your job. This is a carrot and stick situation. You want to behave like this, you don't belong here.
Yeah, I think the mom is probably going to Danny, you mentioned that the mom's going to either talk to those guys or talk to somebody. That's not our place. Like, we're just looking to bring up Lucian spirits. We're not looking to get anybody fired. But obviously the mom is going to handle it how she feels is the right way to do it. And I feel like that's the person that should be handling it.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, it's one of those. The reason I brought up the story was more just to talk about Lucian, and because I felt bad for him that he, felt so bad about wearing nail polish. When at that point, yes, it sucks that people are like that in the world. But at the end of the day, we just want kids to know, anyone to know, that they can just be themselves.
So you don't want me to slash the tires?
Oh, crap. I already did that.
206-803-ROCK.
What about the banana in the tailpipe? Is that frowned upon?
Those were my tires, Taryn.
Bob is rolling around in a dump truck and also wants to comment on this. Bob, question, are dump truck drivers and garbage truck drivers like arch enemies or anything like that? Or are you guys on the same team?
No, we ain't arch enemies. We're just out here driving, trying to be safe.
Yeah. So what do you think? It's like cops and firefighters, like they want to battle it out in like charity boxing matches or hockey games?
Yeah, that's it. One thing I will bring up, though, which I told Danny, you guys might want to check into, there's dozer days coming up in Puyallup.
Yes.
The kids get to run the machines. So, like, Barrett could come down and run an excavator, Tatum. It's sponsored by all the big construction companies. It's a pretty cool deal. The kids get to run the machines.
We were bummed. I think it happened last year, too, and I remember seeing it was too late where we weren't able to make it happen, but I completely forgot about that. That would be a blast.
That would be Barrett's, number one destination in his life at this point. Like he is so. They have those like touch a truck events too, where they bring in all the different big rigs and stuff. And we've taken him to those before, and he is just a maniac.
I think Tana might be into it too right now because she's very excited. Today she's going to get to see a fire truck.
That's awesome.
Yesterday the cops came to her school. We don't want to talk about what happened. No, I'm kidding. They were just there just so I get to see the cop car. They even gave him like little cop hats. So now I think today it's all about the firefighters.
That's going to be so much fun.
And shout out to a text that we just got. And also I do love that there's a lot of garbage people and recycling people have been calling in, honking their horns for Lucian just to show that, hey, look, not everybody thinks the way that those two dudes do. And one person texted in and said, I'm a general manager for an international paper recycling company in Kent. If they want to come out to the plant for a tour and see all of our equipment, I could get that going.
That's awesome. I want to go on that tour.
This is for Lucian, not Taryn Daly. No one made fun of you for having the blue nail polish that you have on right now, although they should. It's okay.
Danny's nail polish is way better than mine.
He does a better job.
He does. 206-803-ROCK. Old man Kenny is on the line from Gig Harbor, and you have a punishment for the mean garbage bin?
For the two douches that berated a 5-year-old, I think the company should make both of those guys wear nail polish for a month.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of brilliant.
I like that. Danny will even paint them.
Yes.
Danny and I, we actually buy the same brand of nail polish. So we're like really into this.
When was it? Like Caleb Williams, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears? Like he was known for painting his nails, especially in college. And so many people were giving him a hard time about it. Like, and it was a way of him paying honor or tribute to his mom, who I think was either like a nail salon person or something along those lines. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing, but in a way, it was a tribute to his mom. And it's like, who gives a crap?
Yeah, leave people alone. Let them live their lives, and you just live yours.
But we've been trying to get a hold of Caleb Williams. He's not responding to our direct messages.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics this morning.
Earlier, also, we talked to Sierra, who has a company called OneSpoiledDog.com. Mm-hmm. And she's going to be coming by to the Red Dog on Saturday, where we're going to be hanging out with all the Rockaholics. Come on out to the Red Dog over in Puyallup, Sunrise Village, for Sunrise de Mayo. And they're bringing like these homemade... It's a local company. They make dog treats, like dog jerky. And somebody asked the question, hey, what would you... Because we said, hey, it would be a lot of fun if you could make a Daly Migs dog food. Because the men's got beer. Why can't we have dog food? And they're going to work on it.
Oh, my gosh, that's so exciting.
So somebody said, what would you name the dog treats? See, I was kind of torn as well, so I just went onto a Chat GPT and just said, hey, can you... And the weird thing with that AI stuff is that they remember a lot of stuff sometimes about the show, about the people, any kind of searches that we've done. It remembers that stuff, which is kind of freaky. So it came up with a couple, one being the Daly Migs Jerk Me. No. What about the Daly Migs Jerkaholics? Okay, how about Jerked by Daly Migs?
Why is there so much jerking?
Well, it's jerky, Taryn.
You guys.
Okay, how about the Daly Migs Jerk and Destroy? And as it said, a nod to Metallica fans.
Okay, I do like that one.
So then ChatGPT goes, would you like to tie in a flavor or personality from each of the members of the show?
Oh, God.
And it starts asking you questions. So, of course, I go, yeah.
Boy, would we.
So it starts off with Taryn Daly. I didn't prompt anything. I just said yes. And it says, Taryn Daly, farm girl hippie with a wild side. How about these? Taryn's Tipsy Turkey Jerky, Taryn's Walk Home Jerky Strips, and Hippie Chicken by Daly.
Okay, those are all great.
I love that I remembered the Walk Home story. Okay, next one for me. It said Steve Migs, bald pro wrestler who passes out randomly. That's roasting us. Migs Powerbomb Pork Jerky, the Tap Out Turkey by Daly Migs Jerky, and then the Bald Brawlers Beef Bites.
Those are all very clever.
And, of course, it had Danny V, the emo-loving pizza fanatic, as it said. Emo AF Elk Snacks.
What?
Pepperoni Tears by Danny V.
In.
And then my favorite, My Bark Romance by Daly Migs Jerky.
Get them on the shelves. Let's sell these things.
I wonder how many different flavors they can make for us.
The Daly Migs Show.
This hypothetical debate went viral. I'm sure you've seen it. Who would win in a fight? 100 men or one silverback gorilla? Well, a former Seahawks player has an answer to this question. And you're going to hear what he said at 9:50. There's this viral hypothetical debate that has been going on all week that we're sure you've seen, but it's all about who would win in a fight.
Right.
100 men or just one silverback gorilla.
And the world is divided about this.
Migs, this actually sparked a little memory for you, a chat that you had with former Seahawk Luke Wilson.
A while back, he shared a story with me about how there was a time in the locker room back when he was active, and the players all got into an argument about how many people it would take to take down a gorilla. And it got so bad that Luke ended up calling, argued, so spirited, that Luke called the zoo to get some answers. I'm like, bro, you got to come on our show. And it turns out he's traveling to Saskatchewan, so he wasn't able to make that happen. But it reminded him of that time. So he went on social media and then posted a video after our chat explaining his whole theory behind why it would only take a certain number of people for him to take down a gorilla. And here's a clip of him talking about it.
Okay, what's up, everyone? I got to make a little PSA here. So this whole gorilla thing has resurfaced, and this argument, it might have started in the Seahawks locker room 10 years ago. I mean, at one point, this thing got so ferocious that I called the zoo on lunch. The question is, of course, 100 people can do it.
Imagine being someone who works at the zoo and, hi, I'm Luke Wilson from your Seattle Seahawks. I have a question about killing a gorilla.
People can do it. How few can get it done? And my answer is aggressively low because in the game we played back in the day in the locker room, you get to choose. You get to choose the people who are going against the gorilla. I went with 9. I need somebody, could be a random person off the street. They need to have kind of a hollow chest, non-athlete, almost brittle boned, but they're for the team. You say, listen, boss, you're going to die, but it's for the cause. You got to die for the cause.
Who would you pick on the station to help you fight a gorilla?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thrill.
That was my pick too.
Yeah, immediately I think of Thrill. He would just kill it.
Just get a few drinks in him, get him real angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Mike Hawk might have some good trickery moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting some money on Mike Hawk.
So now, as Luke Wilson goes on in this video, you can see on all of his social media pages, he talks about how it involves some fast football players to get the guy down, get the gorilla down, rip the eyes out, and then here's what happens after you get the eyes out of the gorilla.
Okay, and now all of a sudden, you've got a gorilla that cannot see. Okay, and if my math is correct, I'd use 2 slot receivers, 1 brittle bone hollow individual for 3, 2 linemen for 5. Who are your next 4? The absolute best submission and strike UFC fighters in the world. Boys, we've got a gorilla here, and he cannot see. And he potentially has a human being stuck on one of his arms. You got to break an arm first. Hey, you're the submission guy? Arm bar, break it.
He has a good theory.
There's a lot of time spent in a locker room. I wish I was there for the actual argument.
But to his point, not everyone's going to make it to the trophy ceremony.
So who on the station's got to go?
Oh, who's going to be our sacrificial lamb? Danny V.
Wow. Ouch. I was going with Ryan Castle.
Yeah.
The Daly Migs Show.
On Saturday in Puyallup, we are going to try to take down a gorilla. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be doing Sunrise de Mayo at Sunrise Village at the Red Dog. Dog-friendly, kid-friendly, too. We'd love to see you there. Head to KISW.com for details.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Good day, Ryan Castle. You got a button up on, looking quite nice.
It is so nice to be in a room full of professionals like
yes,
this.
Look at us.
You guys are so buttoned up.
We are so pro.
Yeah.
Hey, the DMD is brought to you by another pro, and that's Palace Law. Patrick Palace, shout out to him. And the Seattle Mariners, you couldn't get more pro than them. They're the hottest team in baseball.
I actually caught just that part of the game yesterday in that inning where they just blew it wide open.
The 7th inning where they had 6 runs?
Yeah.
They ended up winning 9-3 over the Angels. They are now 18-12. They've won their 7th straight series. Up next to them, they're heading to Texas for a 6-game road trip. So hopefully the winning ways continue tomorrow.
Let's go Mariners.
Yeah.
There's a dog by the name of Arlo, and Arlo is recovering right now after he was attacked by a cougar while he was camping with his owner in the Olympic National Forest.
What was her name?
Janet.
The owner, Lucas, said he had to kick the cougar in the head to scare it off.
I would. I'd fight a cougar for my dog, for sure. 100%.
I think about that almost every morning.
I think just pure instinct. I would jump in there. And then I'd be like, what am I doing? I'm fighting a cougar.
There have been a bunch of cougar sightings up in my neck of the woods over the past couple of weeks. You guys are the worst. But I always do get nervous because, like, even our labs that are, 90 pounds, I don't think a cougar would be afraid of taking that down.
She is 40 now.
Oh, God, you guys.
Do you think 100 cougars could take down a gorilla, though?
Just give her a couple of cocktails. I think so.
And there's an Uber driver in Ohio. His name is Robert Rose, and he was arrested because, well, when you have a passenger, and I know you want to have some small talk, but you probably shouldn't brag to that passenger about having drugs hidden in a fake aerosol can that's in your car. The rider ended up calling 911. The police found meth, pills, other drug paraphernalia, cash, 3 phones as well in the car. And the best part is that he was wearing a shirt that said, and I'm not kidding about this, the shirt read, retired drug dealer.
Well, that's false advertising.
Not retired. No, he picked a bad time for a comeback. Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 73 degrees. It's going to be a sunny day today. That is the DMD, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with your morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
$50,000 to $80,000 to repair and replace a broken sewer? That stinks.
Well, that's what you get when you buy an older home.
We don't have that kind of money. Who does?
Well, don't wait until it's too late. Call Pinky's.
Pinky's?
Yes, darling. Pinky's Plumbing. They do everything plumbing, even sewer and drain cleaning. A little preventative maintenance now will save you a big headache later. Just schedule it at pinkysplumbing.com.
Oh, thanks, Ethel.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.